Hello everyone, it's Shannon here, and welcome to Honeybee Stamps Modern Spring YouTube video hop. In my video today, we're going to create this butterfly card featuring several products from the new release. We're going to start off with the gorgeous Lovely Layers Bugs die set. This die set is so cute. You can make a bee, a butterfly, and even a dragonfly. I pulled out the dies for the butterfly, die cut them out of some Neenah cardstock, and now I'm going to ink blend over the wings with several distress inks. I'm going to start with Festive Berries here. I'm going to ink blend a gradation, and I do have a plan to get all four of those colors on these wings, and they're not very big, so kind of how I'm making sure I only get a little bit of ink on the wings at a time is I'm angling my foam blending tool here, so only a small portion of the foam blending pad comes in contact with the paper, which just means I get less of that color on there, and it allows me to get more shades onto these wings. So I just finished up with Pink Raspberry, Wilted Violet, and now I'm moving on to Mermaid Lagoon, which is actually my last color here. Once I finish that Mermaid Lagoon, I'll go back through some of my previously used colors just to kind of smooth out that gradation a little bit. And once I finish with that, my ink blending is done. Now here I'm going to take this to the next level. Now you could definitely stop here. The wings look beautiful as is, but I decided I really wanted some more contrast. I wanted to have those black detailed lines that you typically see on butterfly wings. So the die imprints or debosses these lines into your paper. So I'm following along the lines that the die created on the wings with my Copic marker here, just a plain black Copic marker to color these wings and really get that more detailed look. I am going slow here, taking my time so I can really get that fine detail, those thin lines. This did take me 8 minutes to color, so it's not that bad really, and this is the only coloring I'm going to be basically doing on the card, is this coloring on the butterfly. Now I just did a bit or partial of the other butterfly part. I don't need to completely do all the lines on that part because it's going to be covered up by that top layer. So now I'm going around the edge with my marker to just color the outside edge. That just makes it look cleaner and tidier. And now I'll color the bottom portion of the bug, like the body of the butterfly, and then I'll go around the edges of that die cut as well. Now we just have this final layer for the body, and I'll just quickly color that with my black Copic marker, and now we're ready to layer this butterfly together. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to the body of the butterfly and then stick down my second layer, and then I'll finish with my third and final layer, which is just the body of the butterfly, and that will actually complete it. And then for fun, I'm just going to kind of pop open those wings a little bit, separate them because I didn't glue them. I've only glued the body together, so I can kind of pull those wings apart, and it really looks so dimensional. Actually, it looks really real. It's pretty cool. So now we're going to move on to our background. Again, I'm going to keep it pretty simple here. I have the Secret Garden cover plate die. I just die cut it out of a A2 panel of white cardstock. Now we're going to move on to our sentiment. This is an older stamp set, but I love it. It's the Thinking of You Big Time stamp set. I'm going to grab a sentiment from that, stamp it onto some white cardstock and intense black ink from Honeybee Stamps. Then I'll use the coordinating die to die cut that sentiment out. Then I'm going to stamp a sub-sentiment. This is also from the Thinking of You Big Time stamp set. I'm going to heat emboss it, so I did apply some anti-static powder, inked it up in Honeybee Stamps clear and embossing watermark ink, dipped it into some white embossing powder, and now I'm going to heat set with my heat tool. I then off camera trim this with, I like to use an X-Acto knife and a ruler, trim that down to a strip, and now we're ready to kind of wrap this all up. I have an A2 top folding white card base and my die cut panel with that Secret Garden cover plate die. I flipped over that die cut panel, and now I'm adding some thin strips of foam adhesive to the back side. These strips are they're awesome. They're like a 1/8 of an inch wide, and they're just perfect and so handy. I did even cut some smaller pieces to add to the back of the leaves, so they had some support as well, not just the frame of that panel. Now I removed the adhesive removed the backing and stuck that panel down. Now we're going to move on to our sentiment, our butterfly, and our sub-sentiment. I'm just going to arrange them here. Once I get them arranged how I like, I'll then grab a piece of press and seal, place that over my sentiment butterfly, pick them up, and then flip them over. I'm making a mental note here of where I need to add foam adhesive. I need to add foam adhesive to the area that's not touching the leaves or touching that cover, that die cut panel. So I'm now cutting some more of that thin foam adhesive and just adding it to those areas that are going to rest on the card front. And then for the remaining areas, I'll just grab some more of that liquid adhesive and add it to those spots as well. Then I'll flip my press and seal back over and kind of line it back up and press it down. And that will just keep everything exactly how I had it arranged originally, which is awesome. I did notice I did have a little bit of extra foam adhesive, so I just quickly removed it. And that will actually complete my card here. I'll hold up to the camera so you can get a good look at all the details. Of course, I will real quickly separate those butterfly wings or pop up those butterfly wings a little bit. I just love how this card turned out. It's kind of clean and simple, even though there are a lot of details. That butterfly is just so striking. I love the black lines that I colored on. It was definitely worth that extra effort. And I think the Secret Garden die cut frame adds that perfect subtle background to the whole card. I hope you guys enjoyed today's card and video. Don't forget to leave a comment below to be entered into the giveaway for the video hop. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.